Hello, Cougar fans, and welcome into the Cougar Cage on the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for women's college basketball, part of a men's and women's basketball doubleheader, the COC Cougars and the Antelope Valley Marauders. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. Well, COC right now on the women's side, 9-2 on the conference season, 15-9 overall on the regular season, trying to inch their way closer to a potential playoff berth. Right now sitting a game behind Glendale, or a half game behind Glendale in the Western States Conference South standings at 9-2. LA Valley just ahead of them at 9-2 with the tiebreaker at their advantage, as LA Valley has beaten the Cougars twice so far this year. Cougars did beat Glendale, so they hold the tiebreaker over them. They would need some help from somebody else to beat LA Valley a couple of times and give them at least one more loss as we continue on through here in the regular season. But still, playoff hopes very much alive for COC right now. As we said, 9-2 in conference play, 6-1 here at home, and they take on an Antelope Valley squad right now that's 11-13 on the regular season, just 6-4 in conference, and has struggled on the road at 4-8. But they did win their last time out against, well, technically won their last time out against Santa Monica, a 2-0 forfeit win, as Santa Monica is forfeited the rest of their season. Their last actual game on the floor against LA Valley, a 74-71 loss at home against the Monarchs. So the Marauders trying to come into town today and stop a two-game winning streak for COC. The Cougars have been on a bit of a roll as of late. When you look, have won 8 of their last 9. Their only loss against LA Valley, and as a matter of fact, their last 2 losses have come against LA Valley College. Before that, they lost a game, a pre-conference game, December 30th to Moorbark. But otherwise, they've been really good in conference play, like you said. 8 of their last 9 games have come up on the winning side. As we said, 9-2 is that Santa Monica forfeits are both counted as of right now for COC. And the same goes for Antelope Valley. Same goes, I believe, for Glendale. So still some games left on the regular season. The Cougars have been right about middle of the pack pretty much everywhere this year in terms of the offensive numbers and the defensive numbers. You look, 62.5 points per game, 35th in the state. They allow 56.7, which is 30th best in the state. Everything else right about middle of the pack right there. Nothing really blowing anybody out of the water. They are pretty good at the free throw line, 68.5%, which is 12th best in California. And they are struggling on the turnover, pretty good on the turnover front as well. Just 12.4 turnovers per game, which is the 3rd least in the state. The Cougars led by a couple of sophomores, actually a quartet of sophomores, really. Monique Fablas averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds in 35.9 minutes per game. April Townsend averaging 9 points in 30.7 minutes per game. Natalie Satamian averaging 7 points in 30.8 minutes per game. And then, of course, Lulu Saloom averaging a double-double this year, 13 points, 16.5 rebounds in 36 minutes per game. We're going to step aside as we get ready for the national anthem. We'll have the starting lineups in the opening tip when we come back here on the Cougars. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network. Matt Robinson with you as we get ready for Antelope Valley and College of the Canyons. Starting 5 for each side. For Antelope Valley, they will send out Alyssa Taylor at the guard position, the freshman point guard out of Tehachapi, California. She'll be joined by Bailey Cassell in the backcourt, the sophomore guard out of Palmdale, and Kristen Lopez, the sophomore guard out of Lancaster. Bridget Ignacio, a freshman guard at 5'7" out of Rio Rancho, kind of playing a 4 today. And then Courtney Hart, the center out of Oakhurst, California, a freshman as well in the center position. The Cougars will match with a traditional lineup for COC, as we've seen pretty much most of the year. They'll send Monique Fabless out there, the sophomore guard out of Saugus High School, who, as we talked about pregame, one of the leaders on the team in points per game. April Townsend, the sophomore guard out of Tempe, Arizona. Natalie Satamian, the sophomore guard out of Granada Hills, California. Then Lulu Saloom, the sophomore forward out of Saugus High School. And Hannah Tolentino, the freshman guard out of Los Angeles, California. It'll likely be Saloom in the middle. Saloom, one of the best rebounders in the state of California. It'll be interesting to see how she matches up against Courtney Hart, who has a touch of a size advantage on her. As Hart 6'1", Saloom 6 foot. It's pretty even, well matched, but it'll be an interesting matchup down low on the inside, as Hart is able to kind of defend the rack and be in the way quite a bit down low. Hart averaging 11 points per game and 8 rebounds per game. So that'll be a matchup to watch out for as the night continues on. It's just waiting for the starting lineups to be announced, and we will get underway here from the Cougar Cage, COC and Antelope Valley, here on a wonderful Wednesday night in the Santa Clarita Valley. Temperature's starting to get real nice out. We'll have some softball tomorrow for you here on the Cougar Sports Network. So make sure you tune in for that, as it should be a gorgeous day tomorrow. Temperatures now here in California about in the 70s for this week. It's starting to heat up a little bit. We're just in February, so gorgeous weather. Like we said, 76 degrees today. We'll have softball for you tomorrow. Temperature should be about the same. Should be a nice little doubleheader against Moore Park. The Cougars on the softball side off to a phenomenal start, trying to keep that rolling, as the Lady Cougars here trying to keep their start in the conference season rolling and keep it kind of going, trying to get themselves even closer to a potential playoff spot. As we'll wait on the opening tip. It'll be Saloom and Hart once Hart gets her shoes tied up, I believe. As here comes Courtney Hart towards the circle. As Saloom wins the opening tip, and the Cougars will go to work on the offensive side of the basketball here to start up. Satamian started with the ball, got it over to Fabless. Now back into the corner to Satamian for 3, no good. Fabless, the offensive board. The putback is there. The Cougars off to a 2-0 start, as Monique Fabless has the first bucket of the day. Just about as good as you can ask on the start for COC. A missed 3 on an open look. Got an open look for Satamian in the corner. She nearly knocked it down. But then you get the offensive board with Fabless and put it in. Marauders nearly turn it over, but they'll pick it back up and go back to work. Bailey Cassell will put it on the floor, driving around Satamian. Throws up a little runner, doesn't go. It goes off the fingertips of Saloom and out of play. So it'll stay with Antelope Valley. Marauders this year, it's really been kind of Kristen Lopez and Courtney Hart running the show. Miracle Jackson's not in the starting lineup today. She averages 10.3s. They get it inside, and the Marauders get on the board to even it up at 2-2. The Cougars work for Townsend. An open look for 3 is good. So largest lead so far is as early on. Townsend knocks down a 3. The Cougars out in front 5-2. That's kind of what we expect out of COC today. The ability to work the ball around, try and get some open looks. That's kind of been something they've been working on as a travel going against Antelope Valley here. For Townsend, she's kind of slowed down at 3, only 28.5%. But another one that's played over 30 minutes in a number of games this year. She actually got a 13-game streak of over 30 minutes snapped against West LA, and that was a blowout victory for COC. As they work the ball around the perimeter, Satamian doubled in the corner, will throw it up top to Saloom. She'll put it on the floor with the left hand, stops and pops with a little 10-footer, no. gets her own rebound, sends it back out Satamian. She'll work it around to Fabless in the middle. Now they'll work it back down to Saloom, and the Cougars along the outside on a reset. Satamian, good drive, kicks. Towson 3 on the way, trying to make it 2 in a row. No. Miss, rebound held in by Fabless, but right to Bailey Cassell. And Antelope Valley will go back to work. Marauders will send it to the far corner. Kristen Lopez will put up a 3. Short off the front of the rim. Fabless the outlet off the rebound to Tolentino, running the floor on the fast break. Make it 7-2 in favor of the Cougars as Tolentino reading the play well. Gets her first bucket of the day, and the Cougars up by 5. Cassell will put up a 3. This one off the heel of the rim. Fabless a good defensive board on a box out against Kristen Lopez. Runs the floor again on a little bit of a fast break, and Tolentino the recipient of a good pass. Cougars up by 7, 9-2 here. We're just about 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this first quarter. Melissa Taylor on the dribble will drop it for Cassell. Got into the lane, had it blocked as she was driving through. Either Fabless or Satamian got a hand on it. Satamian trying to lead Saloom on the fast break. She'll stop it up, gets it to Tolentino. 16-footer misses off the back of the rim. Out off of COC. Actually, a foul going to be called against Natalie Satamian here, her first. So Tolentino with 4, Towson with 3, Fabless with 2. Courtney Hart the only bucket so far for Antelope Valley as it's a 9-2 lead, just a little over 3 minutes into this first quarter. There's Alyssa Taylor tried to drive perimeter. Instead, we'll kick it back to Bailey Cassell up top. She'll work off the screen of Ignacio. Switching are the Cougars as Tolentino stays with her. Tries to defend, but a good job by Cassell to get around her. And puts the bucket in. Cougars quickly back up the floor with pace into their half-court offense. Saloom, a pass over to Tolentino, now to Satamian. She'll pop an 18-footer that's too strong, but Saloom the offensive board. And the Cougars go back to work on a half-court reset. Satamian, early shot clock 3 again. That one misses off the front side of the rim. Good rebound by Courtney Hart as she had inside position. A couple of empties for COC in a 9-4 game. So we're just underway. So Taylor with the ball will try and drive around the perimeter. Kicks it inside. Courtney Hart standing at the block. Put it up over the top of Saloom, missed. Got her own rebound. Kicks it back outside to Cassell. She'll try and drive on Satamian. Trying to draw a foul and does. Might be a reach on Fabless. It's definitely 2 shots for Cassell here. And it is a reach on Fabless. Cassell this year from the line, 62%. Bailey, 21 minutes per game this year, averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 34 minutes against COC last time out. Had 6 points, 1 rebound, and 7 assists. With a couple of steals in the ball game. So the Cougars able to come away with a 10-point victory in that one. As Towson will come out. Looks like she's dealing with an injury here, so the Cougars bring in Jasmine Washington to replace as Cassell misses on the first of 2. Looks like it's Tolentino's finger causing a problem right now, so she'll get checked out by the medical staff and hopefully be able to come back in. Cassell makes 1 of 2. 9-5 the score. COC out in front by 4. Fabless driving, tried to throw to Tolentino. Tolentino tried to catch it after it was tipped by Kristen Lopez. It goes out off of COC, so it's Marauder basketball. So Taylor running the point. Taylor doesn't do a lot on the offensive side in terms of points. Only averages about 2 a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Kind of just the starter on the ball handle as they try and work it around. Into the game for the first time today for Antelope Valley was Miracle Jackson. She had it for a second, got it back to Cassell, gets the rebound off the miss from Cassell. Double teamed, and the Cougars able to take it away. Here's Saloom dribbling out of some trouble. Saloom has pretty good handle. She played guard in high school. It's been forced down low due to her ability on the rebound side. But can handle the basketball pretty well, as we saw coming up the floor. Fabless is fouled off the rebound after she missed on a little 6-footer that was short. It'll be on the floor. It'll go against Miracle Lopez. It'll be Cougar basketballs. The inbound from underneath. Lara Miller up at the table. She'll check in to take over for Bailey Cassell, who will get a break. Tolentino will send it out high. Satamian, left-handed three from straightaway is good. Back to a 7-point advantage for COC. As Satamian, her first three of the ball game. There's Miller inside. Jackson wide open on the cut, but she missed on what was an easy layup. Had a little bit of back pressure, but just missed it straight. Saloom able to rip down the board. Cougars go back to work on the offensive side. Here's Faye Bless. Up top, Saloom. She wants to put it on the floor. Dumped it to Satamian. Corner, Tolentino, three. No, too strong. Washington couldn't get the rebound as she was boxed out by Lopez. The Marauders in those maroon jerseys with gray striping and gray letters and numbers come back up the floor. Taylor got bumped into off the screen. Drops it off for Lopez. Gets it back to Taylor, who drives baseline, gets loose underneath and puts it home. So Taylor a bucket. Cougars with a little 12-7 lead here. Not been able to get Lulu Saloom in on the offensive side. In terms of open looks here, she had to create her own and missed one early, as that one missed by Tolentino for three. You have to be a little careful if you're COC. You've had runs this year as a timeout on the floor called by Antelope Valley. As the Marauders want to talk about it here, and we'll take a timeout as well. 3:37 to go here in the first quarter. COC with a 12-7 lead.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
So Barry Green, the head coach of the Marauders, wants to talk things over as we go back to work. It's his team back out on the floor. Barry in his 5th season as the Marauders head coach. John Wismath, the head coach of COC women's basketball, in his 1st season. Doubles as the COC women's softball coach. Has that team out to a pretty good run. He got a busy week here as he's got softball tomorrow. He's got basketball again here on Saturday. A very busy week for Coach Wismath. Looks like there's some issues with the water on the floor. Something on the blood maybe on the floor from Hannah Tolan or April Townsend. The Cougars going to try and clean it up. It's right in front of the COC bench. I think that might be what it was, as I saw Coach Wismath put some water on a towel. Cougars trying to clean it up. So a little bit of a delay here. We're talking about before the break, Cougars need to be a little careful. They've had runs this year where the three-point ball just has not been effective for them. But Wismath does want them to continue shooting. 2 for 7 so far in the day. We've seen it against LA Valley both times, really, where they just go ice cold for a stretch of time and the game kind of gets out of reach. So gotta be a little bit careful. I know you'd like to get Lulu Saloom involved, as she's your leading scorer. Already 3 rebounds in the ballgame for Saloom. Give Monique Fabless credit. She's got 4 in the ballgame. Not often that anybody on the COC side out-rebounds Lulu. For Antelope Valley, Kristen Lopez with 3 boards. Courtney Hart with 2. That'll be a battle today on the glass to keep an eye on. So far, each team with 8 rebounds in the ballgame. Still cleaning up the... I'm going to guess it's blood. I see the athletic training staff out on the floor with hydrogen peroxide, so I think that's what it is. Trying to clean it up here. I guess April Townsend, looks like her fingertip maybe on her right hand, maybe her ring finger or her middle finger on her right hand. Has maybe a cuticle that's bleeding a little bit. It's dripping on the floor during the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. And it's everywhere. It is all the way down on the other side of the floor as well. So we'll stay delayed here for the moment. And the strange part about this, it's not a timeout, so everybody has to stay on the floor. I think out of the break, it's an inbound here for Antelope Valley. And we're still cleaning up blood, it looks like. Yep, finding more. Finding some everywhere right now, it seems. It's almost like we need a Zamboni out there, like a hockey game, to go clean it up. Maybe we're going to go back to work. Looks like that might be it. And I think we are going to go back to work. So the Marauders will bring it in play out of the timeout. They work a play for Miracle Jackson. She dumps underneath. Ignacio threw that one up off the top of the shot clock, so it will not count. So Ignacio thought she had a bucket, but she hit the shot clock, which is not a part of the backboard. The Cougars will get a takeaway. So here's Saloom. Deep, 2 for Saloom. No good. Off the front of the rim, short. Jump ball tie-up. Antelope Valley ball. Even though Jasmine Washington, unhappy with it, thought she had a clean rebound there. So the Marauders will get the ball right back. Taylor drops it off for Miller. Miller working against Satamian. Will dump it Ignacio out high. She'll put up a 3 from the wing. It's good. Back to a 2-point game. Bridget Ignacio with a 3. Ignacio, 36% three-point shooter on the season. So certainly capable of knocking down looks. If she gets that one there, the Cougars will have to bring it in after the ball was knocked out. Here's Fabulous with the ball. She'll work to her right, drops it off Washington, deep 2 from 20 feet. Short off the front of the rim. Easy rebound for Miller. Alyssa Taylor back the other way. Taylor crosses over back to her left, dumps it off. It's Kristen Lopez working back to her left. Wanted to dump it to Taylor, but threw it out as Taylor was running back up the floor while Lopez was passing it into the corner. And it's Cougar basketball here with 2:27 to go in a 12-10 ball game here in this first quarter. So Faye Bless will run the point with Townsend, off the floor. She'll kick Tolentino. Wanted to work it back up high to Washington, knocked away from COC by Miracle Jackson. Got it to Lopez, and then Lopez couldn't keep her feet down, traveled. Bailey Cassell will take over for Kristen Lopez, get her a spell. Cougars have yet to be able to get the ball inside. They do here to Saloom. She'll put up a little jumper from just below the elbow that was a little too strong, a little too flat. A rebound for Jackson running the floor back the other way. Got it to Miller, who will get it to Taylor, and Taylor will go to work on the offensive side. Works off the screen. The Cougars switch as Saloom goes on to her. COC in a zone defense right now, trying to organize. Here's Cassell working against Washington. Spins, tries to draw the foul, didn't get it there. Washington the rebound. Fabless off the outlet will bring it ahead. She'll stop up, drop it inside. Saloom works it back out. Satamian, extra pass. Cougars still working around the perimeter now. Satamian will stop and pop a foul line jumper that rattles in and out. Saloom able to reach the board to herself. She'll get it back, kicks it back out. Satamian, extra pass. Washington trying to get it down low to Tolentino, but threw it out of play. Cougars going to get Jasmine Washington back off the floor, and they'll bring April Townsend back in. With 1:14 to go here. This first quarter, tight game so far, 12-10. The Cougars have led by as much as 7. There's Miller. Wanted to work back to her left, now back to her right. Stops it up, will throw it back out high to Cassell. One-on-one with Fabless, working off the screen now from Jackson. Puts up a 3 for the lead, and the Marauders have their first lead of the game at 13-12. As it's a 3-pointer from Bailey Cassell, who's got 6 now to lead the way. Townsend with the ball. Satamian inside Saloom, couldn't catch, but Ignacio going to be called for a foul. On a reach, had her left hand over the top of Saloom as she reached to swat the inlet pass away, and got called for the foul. Now there's blood on the basketball, it seems. And so we have another delay. So we'll pause once again. It's one of the things, any sport you've played where you're on a surface like a basketball court, or I grew up playing hockey, the same thing happens. Somebody starts bleeding on the ice, and it's just a never-ending battle of trying to get the blood up off the ice, off the floor, off the equipment. It's just something that happens. Don't forget, folks, while we have a moment, save the date. March 29th, 2023, 4:30 p.m., Santa Clara Performing Arts Center. Class of 2023 Hall of Fame induction ceremony. For COC, snap that QR code, go to the webpage, and find out more information at the COC Athletics Hall of Fame. Should be a fun event. Looking forward to it on March 29th. A little over a month and a half away, or a little less than a month and a half away, we should say. So now we'll go back to work as the ball comes back out onto the floor. The Cougars will inbound. 38.3 on the clock here in the first quarter. 13-12 in favor of Antelope Valley. Marauders have only led once. Same as COC. Cougars get it to Saloom. She gets her first bucket of the day. 14-13 Canyons. Marauders will go back to work as an offensive foul on Miracle Jackson, I believe. A little moving screen, potentially. Yep. It's going to be an illegal screen. So the Cougars with 13.3 will get the ball back to start the second quarter. A chance to maybe go a little 2-for-1 here as they roll it in. Townsend, travel, So they turn it back over. And with 9 seconds, Antelope Valley will get the ball back. Four left, three-pointer. Cassell is good. A 2-point Antelope Valley lead is Bailey Cassell heating up from 3. She's got 9 on 2 of 4 from downtown, 3 of 8 from the floor. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. COC.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
So it's Cougar basketball as we come out of the timeout. So we go back to work in a 16-14 game. Faiblesse driving, evens it at 16 all in the first possession here of the second quarter. Little running shot from Faiblesse. She's got 4 now. Her and Tolentino leading the way for COC. Cassell leading everybody on the floor with 9. Controls the basketball. Working against Faiblesse, who's able to strip it away from her. Just running right with her. Cassell, I think, thought she was fouled, but Faiblesse, I think, did a pretty good job to stick with her and just take it away. Cougars turn it over, though, on the fast break as Tolentino lost it. They get it right back as Saloom able to strip it out of the hands of Alora Miller. The Cougars back to work offensively. Here's Townsend trying to drive baseline. Got stopped up there, spun it back out Saloom. Saloom will put it on the floor, trying to work against Courtney Hart here. Dumps it off Faiblesse, who had it open 3 but was deep. Now she'll work off a screen. Cougars wanted to screen and roll, instead stay on the perimeter. 7 to shoot for COC here. Satamian has it, has 2, puts up a deep 3, missed it short, shot clock violation. Good defense from AVC, as the Cougars just did not get a very good look on the offensive side, kind of got themselves running around a bit. So it stays 16 all. Listen, Taylor will bring it ahead. Taylor working to her right, drops it off for Miller. Satamian slips the screen, stays with her. Miller now one-on-one with Satamian, stops just outside the foul line, throws it over to Taylor. Actually, that was Miller, excuse me. Now Miller back with it, trying to drive 2 big steps. Fouled underneath, even though Satamian came away with the basketball. It's going to go against Satamian, going to be her second. The foul is on the floor. And it was made by the official furthest away from the play, so I think that's what frustrated Nat that time, as she's going to come off. Jasmine Washington going to come in. Taylor will bring it in, gets it to Ignacio, who'll throw it back out high to Lopez. As Antelope Valley working on the offensive side. Here's Taylor, Townsend right with her. Kicks it into the corner, Lopez 3, knocks it down. 3-point Antelope Valley lead. Faiblesse driving and a late whistle for a foul. It'll send Faiblesse to the line. Faiblesse misses the first. One area of her game she struggled a bit, 67% from the line. Hits the second. So 19-17 the score. So here's Miller with the ball. Sends it back Taylor. Gets it to Ignacio. Corner three is good. And Antelope Valley finding their stroke from downtown. 22-17 the lead. It's 5 for Antelope Valley. The Cougars miss on an early shot clock three that doesn't fall. The Marauders have everything going right now. 4 of 7 from downtown at the moment. They get it to Hart. Elbow jumper rattles its way home. And the Marauders now a 7-point lead of their own. Matches the largest lead of the game. Washington, a three from the far corner is good. Stops the bleeding a little bit for COC. Gets it back to a 4-point game. A foul on Antelope Valley, an offensive foul, and a moving screen goes against Bridget Ignacio. So we continue on in a 4-point game here. Marauders an 8-1 run at one point to stretch the lead up to 7, but that three from Washington, as we said, stopped the bleeding a little bit. Here's Townsend driving. Gets a little runner in the lane that doesn't go, was too strong. Rebound for Alyssa Taylor. She'll bring it back up the floor, stops it up between the circles, kicks it to the near side to Miller. Drives baseline, throws it back out. Ignacio, step back three, wide open look. Don't give her all that time. Back to a 7-point lead. Timeout John Wismath. 27-20 in favor of Antelope Valley here from the Cougar Cage.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
11-4 run for Antelope Valley to open up here in the second quarter. They've opened up a 7-point lead. The Cougars opened with a 9-2 run to stretch the lead to 7. Antelope Valley with an 11-4 run in the second quarter to stretch the lead to 7. The Cougars go back to work with the basketball. Townsend with it. Here's the Cougars without Satamian on the floor. Washington, the lone bench player out there, misses on a three. Hart with a rebound. Townsend was out of bounds as she tried to strip it away from her, so it'll stay with AVC here. Cougars look a little disoriented right now. They just have not been able to find their footing in this second quarter. This has been all Antelope Valley so far. There's Lopez. Drops it to Miller. She'll try and drive. Runs into a double. Going to be called for a travel. The Cougars get a much-needed stop, trailing by 7. They'll control the basketball as Fabless running the point will bring it ahead. Process to her left. 2 steps into the lane, threw up a wild shot that was short off the front of the rim. Hit it going up. Antelope Valley a fast break the other way. Kicks it into the corner. Lopez a 3, rattles in and out. Saloon cleans up the glass. The Cougars will go back to work offensively here as they'll bring it up the floor with Fabless. Saloon will put up a wing 3 on the near side, too strong. Saloon not a 3-point shooter, not really known as one anyway. Shoots just 21% from 3. And she's had a rough shooting night so far. Just 1 field goal on 5 attempts so far today. So here's Miller. Ignacio. Wanted to get it inside to Hart, but threw it right to Saloom, who will run the floor back the other way. Cougars looking for an odd man rush, but instead they'll kick Washington 3 from the wing, no good. Taylor able to come away with the rebound. Hart now has it and will outlet to Miller, and back to Taylor, who will bring it back up the floor in a sprint. Taylor got knocked down by Saloom, who was trying to reach in for the ball. Thought she was fouled, but the officials said, no, we play on. Again, trying to get it into Saloom, who fronts Hart that time, and again takes it away. A couple of steals now for Saloom. Deep 2 for Tolentino, no good. Saloom the offensive rebound, gets it back to Tolentino. Drops to Townsend, who will back things up, and the Cougars will set up in a half-court offense. Saloom, follow-away jumper, fouled by Hart, gets herself to the line. Barry Green unhappy with the call of the foul after what they thought was a missed travel. It'll send Saloom to the line, who's one of the best foul shooters in California this year. 80% from the line, actually a little over 80.5% from the line. Saloom this year, when you look, 78 for 99, 25th most foul shots made this year, 14th in the state in free throw percentage as she makes the first. Saloom over 800 minutes so far this year. She makes the second. Back to a 5-point lead. Here's Antelope Valley back to work. Taylor with the ball will drop it to Cassell. Cassell, who was heating up at the end of the first quarter, tries to drive on Saloom and is fouled by Saloom. Goes down to the floor, gets herself to the line. Saloom trying to just swat that one away, maybe a little too aggressive on the body contact. Second trip to the line today for Bailey Cassell. 1 for 2 her first trip. First of 2 is good. Lead up to 6 once again. Cassell a pair, makes it back to a 7-point game. So matches the Saloom free throws. Marauders a 7-point lead. Faiblesse over to Satamian as the Cougars work with the ball. Satamian off a couple of screens. Gets it to Tolentino. Wing 3 air ball. It's almost like she wanted to shoot it and then changed her mind mid-shot and just completely missed everything. And it was a bad miss, wide by about 2.5 feet. The Marauders a chance to stretch their lead. Advantage is 7 right now. Jumper from Washington, no good. Or Miracle Jackson, excuse me, no good. And then it goes out off of Sergic as her and Ignacio were fighting for the loose ball. ABC inbound play here. Taylor wanted to sweep it down low. Saloom knocked it down but stepped out of play. Marauders, I think, going to run the same exact play. Again, trying to get it into Ignacio. And then she's fouled by Faiblesse on a reach on a loose ball. Second foul on Faiblesse here. So now the Cougars, Satamian with a pair of fouls. Faiblesse with a actually, Faiblesse only has 1 foul, is what they're saying. Saloom actually has a pair of fouls. So get it in. Jackson driving, kicks corner, Ignacio 3, off the backside of the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Taylor, but ripped away by Satamian, who then dribbles behind her back out of some trouble, sends it ahead, Sergic runs into Ignacio, bounced off of her, put a shot up that didn't go, and then fouled Cassell on the rebound. Kind of a strange sequence there. Ignacio off the floor. Courtney Hart back in. It's Taylor working off the screen from Jackson. Drops it for Cassell. Back to Jackson, will put up an elbow jumper. No good. Hart able to muscle Saloom off the ball, then backs her down. Turnaround jumper doesn't fall. Cougars trying to fight for the rebound. It actually goes out off of Antelope Valley, and it'll be COC ball. Hart showing the strength that time, out muscling Lulu Saloom down low. Cougars nearly turn it over. They get it to Sergic. Now Fabulous, top of the key, driving. Travel going to be called against Fabulous, and the Cougars another turnover. It's been a struggle so far here early. There's Taylor once again with the ball. Drops Miller. Running around the perimeter, trying to send it to Hart, taken away by Saloom. Saloom, another steal, needs to watch out as Miller running right up on her. Able to get it over to Satamian. Marauders fans in attendance wanted a travel, didn't get it, and then they're going to get called for a travel as Bailey Cassell rolling on the floor with the ball. Cougars are going to sub out Sergic. Marauders brought Miller off the floor. As they get Kristen Lopez back in. Cougars get it to Townsend. Saloom was calling for it. Now she's calling for it again. Townsend instead works it to Satamian. Back up top, Townsend. Townsend driving, stops. Bounce pass inside. Tolentino wide open. A good look. Good patience that time from Townsend. Found the best shot on the floor. Tolentino another bucket, give her 6 to lead the way for COC. 5-point Antelope Valley lead inside a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Lopez guarded tightly by Fabulous, who needs to be careful with 2 fouls. Lopez driving, kicks it back to Cassell. Dodges Townsend, but runs into Fabulous, kicks it back into the corner. Lopez a 3, was halfway down the cylinder before it rolled out. Saloom another easy rebound. Satamian back up the floor. Stops, feeds Tolentino. Now Townsend, who will step into a wide open 3 that was too strong. Off of Satamian, out of play, and it's Antelope Valley ball. Cougars early on looked like they might have the 3-point shooting going, but have gone just 3 for 14 now from 3. Compare that to Antelope Valley, 6 of 12, and that's the difference right now. Under 60 seconds to go. Marauders with the ball will bring it up the floor. Cassell into the front court on the far side. Dribbled it off her own foot, out of play. And the Cougars will get it back. Satamian this time running the point. Cougars trying to change things up. Maybe trying to get Faye Blessel loose. Satamian throws it right into the hand of Kristen Lopez. It's interesting because for COC, you've got Townsend, you've got Saloom, or you've got Satamian, you've got Faye Bless, all that can work the point. They kind of just have not been able to find a rhythm. Here's Townsend trying to dribble through a pair. Marauders got it back, throw it inside to Tolentino, back out Satamian. 3 is good. Back to a 2-point game. Huge 3 from Satamian here late in this first half. Marauders can have the final possession, play 2 for 1. Instead, they turn it over. Saloom, another takeaway. Running the floor, kicks it ahead. Satamian will get herself to the line as she's fouled hard by Kristen Lopez coming back to challenge the shot. It's Satamian who leads the Cougars with 6 along with Tolentino to the line for the first time today. Satamian, 65% foul shooter, can get us back to square before the close of the first half. The pair of foul shots as she misses the first off the backside of the rim. second is no good as well. So a pair of misses from Satami, and that won't make John Wismath happy. Marauders throw it ahead. Wide open look for Miracle Jackson. She gets an easy bucket. The Marauders will take a 4-point lead into halftime. 31-27 here from the Cougar cage. As it was an all Antelope Valley second quarter, outscoring the Cougars 15-13. But it was part and run to an 11-4 run to open the game back up for them as they lead by 5 as we go to the halftime break here from the Cougar cage. More action when we come back. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back into the Cougar Cage as we get ready for second half action. COC Antelope Valley. As the Marauders with a 31-27 advantage and the basketball to start here in the second half. They were solid from 3 in the first half, 6 of 12, 11 of 25 from the floor. The Cougars shooting under 30% in the ball game in both respects. So Marauders work it to Hart, who's been quiet so far, just backs down Saloom and puts one home. Don't see that often. Lulu Saloom usually very formidable on the inside. But Courtney Hart a bit of the size advantage on the other side. Saloom shows her range and knocks down an 18-footer. So keeps it a 5-point game. Saloom now with 6 points in the ball game. Hart, for her, that was just her third field goal as well. She's got 6. Is a step back 3. Knocked down by Kristen Lopez. 9-point advantage, largest of the day for either side. Townsend gets back on the inside for COC. Sorry, scratch that, not a 9-point advantage. It was once again a 7-point advantage, but cut back down to 5. So here's Lopez, miss. Satamian, good inside position, cleans up the glass, runs it back the other way. Dumps it off, Fabless on the far side, drives baseline, wanted to throw it to Satamian, but threw it right into the hands of Kristen Lopez, wrong number 4. Another turnover on COC. 6 in the ball game on the Cougars. Marauders leading by 5 despite 15 turnovers in the ball game. They've out-rebounded the Cougars 24-15. They've made up for the turnovers with the offensive rebound number, the rebound numbers in general. 6 to shoot here. Cassell was spinning around. Now Taylor throws it over. Lopez throws up a 3 that goes off the front side of the rim. The Cougars back the other way. Tolentino quickly dumps off Satamian. Wing 3 on the way, too strong. Tolentino the board, goes back up with it. Had it knocked out of play by Alyssa Taylor, and it'll be the Cougar basketball. Here's Saloom. Saloom will step into a 3 from the wing, tried to bank it in, didn't get it to go. Got her own rebound though, got it back to Tolentino. She'll put up a 3, and she's got it. Good shot for Tolentino. It's back to a 2-point game. It's Tolentino now just shy of double figures with 9. Hart misses. Saloom altered it. Saloom back the other way. Picked off by Ignacio on a pass to Satamian, then a foul from Tolentino. Miss on the offensive side for Antelope Valley, and then Bailey Cassell went hard down to the floor. She had stepped out of bounds. There's a lot of noise coming from the Antelope Valley sidelines. Barry Green arguing with the official on the far side. He's been at him for the last, we'll say, minute of the ball game or so, a little bit more than that. As we continue on here. There's Townsend, dribbles out of some trouble. Got it to Satamian. Satamian working back to Townsend. Townsend, Fabless on the near side, puts up a 16-footer that's good. And we're even at 36 all, so the Cougars have cut the gap. Trailed by 5 at the halftime break. Back to an even game at 36 all, 6:30 to go here in the third quarter. Taylor dropped it off. Lopez wanting to drive, lost the ball, dribbled it right into the hands of Natalie Satamian. She'll run it back the other way, Cougars on a 3-on-2. Satamian stopped it up, stays with it, kicks it back to Townsend. Now Satamian once again. Tolentino thought about a three. Instead to Satamian. Everything on the perimeter. Cougars get Towson a three. Short, front of the rim. Rebound Taylor on the inside position. She'll sprint back up the floor the other way. Had it poked out of her hand by Towson. Came to Ignacio. She could have put it on the floor, but instead found the outlet to Cassell, who will go to work one-on-one against Faye Bless here. Now Taylor. Saloom switches on to her. Cougars switching everything right now as they stay in a little bit of a zone defense. Ignacio a three. She got a good start from three in that second quarter, but misses there. She's 3 for 5 from downtown. Saloom with another rebound, just bullies her way down the floor, but then lost the ball out of bounds. And it's Antelope Valley ball. So Tolentino 9 points, 2 boards, an assist. So far in the ball game, leading the way for COC. Bailey Cassell, 11 points, 2 boards. On 2 of 4 shooting from 3, 3 of 9 shooting from the floor. 75% shooting from the foul line at 3 of 4. There's Taylor. Towson staying right with her. Drops it to Miller back into the game. Miller lost it, but picks it back up. She'll try and drive. Runs right around Towson, but her pass, trying to get it to Miracle Jackson, intercepted by Faye Bless, who was just sliding through the lane and just stripped it away. Saloom inside, misses. Jackson pokes the rebound away from her. Saloom's had a tough night, 2 of 10 from the floor. Remember, Lulu shoots 33% from the floor so far this year. Cougars lose Miracle Jackson, but she misses on what was a wide open layup. An easy rebound for Saloom. Cougars back the other way. Tolentino back to Satamian. Towson on the wing. Back inside, Saloom working against Ignacio. Little right-hand jumper in the lane, no good. Couldn't get to her own rebound, and the Marauders back the other way. It's been kind of a sloppy night for both sides here. It's Ignacio. Put it on the floor. Cougars double her. And then Towson going to be called for a reach and foul. Really no reason to reach there, as you had enough bodies on that side of the floor with the pass to Taylor to defend it well, but instead it'll give Antelope Valley the ball in an inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock. In a 36-all game, 4:13 to go here in the third quarter. Taylor to get it in play, gets it into Ignacio, faces up against Tolentino, put it on the floor, got it to Lopez, now to Jackson. Jackson against Saloom, able to get it home. Back in front, Antelope Valley, 4th lead of the ball game, 38-36. Marauders have led 4 times, the Cougars just 2. Tolentino, little 12-footer that's too strong. Taylor back the other way. Marauders have taken advantage of the cold shooting night so far for COC, 14 of 45, and just 5 of 19 from triple. Miller slipped Towson. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. It was intended, I think, for Miracle Jackson. The Cougars might have tipped it out of play. So I think maybe it was indeed a pass. Miracle Jackson went up for it, looking for it. It was well over her head, but it'll stay with Antelope Valley, 9 to shoot here. AVC with a 2-point advantage. It's Lopez inside Ignacio. Tried to get around Tolentino, got fouled, and gets herself to the line. Bridget Ignacio, 68% foul shooter, will shoot 2. (38-36) in favor of the Marauders. Taylor looks like she got poked maybe in the eye or close to the eye, and kind of struggling with that right now on the foul. Makes 1 of 2, back to a 3-point lead. Stays a 1-possession game. Cougars need to try and find some clean offense. Instead, they turn it over. Miracle Jackson, just an athletic takeaway. Runs the floor, lays it home. Quick 3-0 run, a timeout by Antelope Valley, 41-36. Marauders in the lead. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network. 3:09 to go in the
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
(41-36), Antelope Valley in front. Cougars with the ball. Off the timeout by Barry Green. Marauders get another takeaway. Miller back up the floor, stops her dribble, and is called for a travel. Jasmine Washington back in the game. Her little foul line jumper no good. Good inside position from AVC as they get another rebound. The Marauders out rebounding the Cougars 28-23 right now. 23 of those, or 29-23, 23 of those 29 rebounds on the defensive side. So the Cougars just have not been able to get their usual second chance points. They blessed with a good defensive board. She'll bring it back up the floor. Got it, Washington. Wing two from deep, no good. Saloom the offensive rebound as she cleans up the glass. Got too low, though. Tried to steal it away and ended up poking it away from Miracle Jackson, and the Cougars go back to work again. Satamian back to Washington, who couldn't catch the deflected pass. And it'll once again be Antelope Valley ball with a 5-point lead. Hart back at the table, getting ready to check in. So Taylor bringing it up the floor. There's Kristen Lopez. Got it to Ignacio, three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim, too short. Valentino a rebound. Fabless back up the floor. Gliding, gets it into the corner. Satamian, three is there. Satamian starting to find her stroke from three. Make her 3 of 7 now. And the Cougars back within a pair. Canyons needs a stop. Cassell, Lopez, 3, no. Went off of Saloom first, but then bounced off of Miracle Jackson and out of play. So the Cougars do indeed get that stop. Miracle Jackson off the floor. Back on Courtney Hart. Here's Satamian. Lost the ball, dribbled it off her knee, picked it back up, able to keep the dribble going, trying to drive, puts one off the glass on a runner, no good. Courtney Hart inside position, pulls down the rebound and finds the outlet. Hart now with 7 rebounds in the ball game. Turnover ABC as they throw it away, running back up the floor, make it 19 turnovers on Antelope Valley. Cougars' turnover numbers have ticked up. Now they've got 12. She said kind of a sloppy game for both sides. And said low scoring game with 31.9 to go. 2-point advantage for Antelope Valley, 41-39. The Cougars with the ball. Faiblesse for Canyon's work to her right. Got it to Saloom into the corner. She stutter steps, gets into the painted area, turns, spins it back to Satamian, who will drive. Little Euro step around Hart, but missed on the layup. She got around to Alyssa Taylor, had the look, but just couldn't finish it off. Taylor back the other way. Marauders with the ball. 5 left in the third quarter. Taylor will dump off Lopez. They need to put up a shot. Ignacio will put up a deep 3 that nearly hit, but rattled off the front of the rim and out, and that'll end the third quarter. 2-point advantage. Cougars will have the ball.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Cougars with the basketball as we go to work in the fourth quarter. Final 10 minutes of play, a 2-point game. Antelope Valley in the lead. Faiblesse, a short runner. Again, trying to get inside, and then she's going to be called. Is she going to be called for a foul, or is Alyssa Taylor going to be called for a foul? It's going to go against Alyssa Taylor, so the Cougars will get the ball back. Bailey Casal with 11, Bridget Ignacio with 10. Saloom, a little turnaround jumper as she was able to back off Courtney Hart. We're even at 41 all. So a brand new ball game, 9.5 to go. Satamian and Tolentino each with 9. Saloom 2 points off a double-double, which is not a shock as she's pretty much a double-double machine this year. Hart, little turnaround jumper, too strong. Faiblesse the rebound. Faiblesse got to be getting close to 10 rebounds. She's got 7 now. She'll stop up a dribble, trying to get around Cassell. We'll leave it for Saloom. She'll put up a 3. Ooh, almost there, rattled in and out. He said 2 points off a double-double. It's her 21st straight game with 10 or more rebounds. So double-doubles in 9 of 11, trying to make it 10 of 12. She just missed on that one. Here's Cassell, runner driving, fouled. First foul on Washington. Cassell, another trip to the line. It'll be her 3rd today, 3 of 4 from the line. First of 2 is good. So Antelope Valley with their 5th lead of the ball game. Cougars have only led twice. It's a violation on Courtney Hart. So it'll be a 1-point lead. Last time the Cougars led 14-13, came all the way back in the first. And it was 23 seconds to go in that first quarter. So it's been ABC pretty much out in front since then. Cougars trying to retake the lead for just the 3rd time today, and they do. 43-42 on a dribble drive and a lay-in from Monique Faiblesse. 3rd lead of the ball game for COC. Just the 3rd lead change of the ball game. Lopez misses on a 3, but Hart right there. Easy bucket put back for Hart. So trading leads once again. There's Satamian with the ball. Got it over to Saloom. Drives baseline around Ignacio. Trying to reverse layup. Got it knocked out of her hands. We'll stay with COC here. 44-43, Antelope Valley in the lead. Laura Miller late to the table. Cougars good inbound play. Natasha Sergic right there. So back out in front by one, 45-44 COC. Sergic, her first bucket of the day. 7 different Cougars have scored so far in the ball game. Everybody but Laura Miller has scored for Antelope Valley. Out of the 7 players that have been on the floor. Ignacio a miss. Cougars outlet Tolentino. Satamian puts it on the floor. Driving, kicks back Faiblesse. She'll put up a deep 2 from 18. No good. It went off the front of the rim and straight down. Ball loose on the floor. Foul against Faiblesse. Yeah, gonna be second on Monique Faiblesse here. So Faiblesse, Satamian, Tolentino, Saloom all with 2 fouls. Kristen Lopez with 3, Bridget Ignacio with 2 for Antelope Valley as Laura Miller back on the floor. Get Alyssa Taylor a break. Faiblesse, Tolentino, Saloom all up over 30 minutes. Satamian pretty close at 28. Timeout on the floor by Antelope Valley here. And a 1-point COC lead. It's a 30-second timeout. Don't forget, if you have a business here local in Santa Clarita or even online that service the Santa Clarita area, make sure you give COC Athletics a call. We have some opportunities for you to promote your business here with us. You put up a banner at Cougar Stadium, here at the Cougar Cage, maybe the COC soccer facility or one of the baseball field, softball field, or a live read or commercial here on the Cougar Sports Network. Dial 661-362-3491. That's 661-362-3491. AVC ball, 45-44, Canyons in front by 1. Well, there's just a pair of timeouts left. The Cougars still with 4. There's Cassell with the basketball. Pointing to her left as she was working to her right, now works back to the left. Cougars just fronting Hart here to take away opportunities, and they cause a turnover as Cassell threw it away from Laura Miller. That'll bring Alyssa Taylor back to the table and bring Cassell off the floor. COC trying to stretch their 1-point lead. Faiblesse, 3, score it. Nice shot from Monique Faiblesse. Her first 3 of the day on her first 3-point attempt of the day. And it's a 4-point lead. Here's Miller. Dumps it off to Lopez. Faiblesse right with her. Lopez back to Miller. Miller without a bucket on the day. Got it inside to Hart, that time on a lob, who puts it home. That's the danger of fronting Courtney Hart being late on the double, because that's what the Cougars are doing. They nearly turn it over. On that lob, if Saloom can't get to it, it's going to be an easy bucket for Courtney Hart. Missed by Satamian. Got her own rebound, though. It was a flat 3-pointer, and the Cougars will reset with a 2-point lead. Here's Faiblesse. Taking her time, got it back, Satamian. Foul line jumper on the way. Tried to bank it home, didn't get it to go. Hart got the rebound. Outlets to Miller. Back up the other way comes Antelope Valley with a chance to get it back to even at 48 all. There's Alyssa Taylor. Moving to her right. Dumps it off Lopez. Underneath against Sergic. Got to the basket, laid it home. We're even at 48 all. Fresh ball game once again. A little under 5.5 to go. Just when the Cougars think they're rolling, they go a little stale on the offensive side. Now they go back to work in an even ball game. Faiblesse Just outside the elbow, a jumper no good. Hart able to pull down the rebound despite inside position from Sergey. Sergey kind of fell out of the way and Hart able to come away with it. Hart now, 10 rebounds in the ball game. 9 rebounds in the ball game, 10 points in the ball game, so she's almost at a double-double. Here's Taylor for the lead. Hung up on the rim and fell out. Saloom with an easy board. Saloom 2 points off a double-double. We'll bring it up the floor and drop it for Faiblesse, who leads the way for COC with 12. Now Saloom wanted a wing 3, instead will put it on the floor. Got it back Faiblesse. Takes her time here. Works against Taylor, got it Satamian. Now Saloom, dribbling through traffic, goes to the line. Just drove right through traffic, and Hart gonna be called for the foul, I believe. That's actually going to get Miracle Jackson back on the floor. Hart actually with a double-double. The stat numbers ticked up, so she's got 10 and 10 on the ball game. Courtney, her third double-double of the year. Her only other 2 came against West LA. Saloom to the line for a pair of foul shots. Misses the first. Was 2 for 2 on her first trip. Misses long on the second, so a pair of misses from Saloom, very rare. The Cougars failed to gain an advantage off the free throws from their best foul shooter this year. Taylor for Antelope Valley. Dropping to Lopez, guarded by Satamian. Wanted a little screen and roll. Got Ignacio an open look for 3 in the lead. No, Miracle Jackson got it, never hit the rim. Now Jackson's turnaround. A little short, Saloom another rebound. Jackson just had to throw up a shot to beat the shot clock. Faiblesse driving, runner, no. Taylor inside position, the rebound. Bad shot that time by COC, a poor shot selection on the offensive look. Lopez, 3, late closeout. Was short, Ignacio the rebound. Lopez again, another 3. That time rattled in and out. Satamian and Miller tie up. Miller will get the ball for Antelope Valley as the arrow in their favor. Jasmine Washington coming back in. Natasha Sergic coming off. Faiblesse, Saloom, and Tolentino have been out there the whole way for COC, and I don't expect them to come off at any point in time here soon. Miracle Jackson able to dribble down the lane, missed on a little fall away. Washington a rebound, and the Cougars back the other way. Still tied at 48. Satamian trying to work away from Jackson, who stayed right with her. Now Satamian a 3, banks it home, and the Cougars with a 3-point advantage, 51-48. Satamian now in double figures. Jackson down low, gets it back to a 1-point game. Cougars nearly throw it away. They nearly throw it away again, but Satamian able to come with it. Got to Faiblesse, wing 3, short. Glass cleaned up by Antelope Valley. And a 1-point AVC lead, they go back to work. Or a 1-point COC lead, excuse me, they go back to work. Miller driving, got it back to Lopez. Lopez crosses up Faiblesse, steps back into a 3, but an air ball. Saloom comes away with it as she skies to bring it down. And with a touch over 2 minutes to go, the Cougars back up the floor. Tolentino, after a hot start, who's been quiet, gets it inside Saloom. Saloom rolled her ankle. She's hurt. Dropped the ball. It looked like she stepped on a defender on the inside. And it's a jump ball possession arrow, COC basketball. Saloom going to try and walk it off here. We've had this before with Lulu, where she's had that ankle trouble. Sergic going to come in to take Saloom off the floor. John Wismath tells her to go get checked by the medical staff with 1:52. Courtney Hart going to come back on. Is Antelope Valley going to try and exploit Saloom not being on the floor here? Saloom just trying to work out of it here as the Cougars go small. Satamian trying to dribble around Taylor. Got it to Tolentino. She drives, draws a foul and a late whistle, but Tolentino to the line. Pair of foul shots for Tolentino makes the first. So back to a 2-point lead. Kristen Lopez back up at the table. Should check in if Tolentino makes both, and she does. So the Cougars back with a 3-point advantage. Tolentino now with 12. It's a big spot for Hannah Tolentino, who this year is a 58% foul shooter, but knocked them both down. 3-point lead, 1:40 to go. Alyssa Taylor brings it up the floor. Drops it off for Bailey Cassell. Saloom back out there for COC. Cassell driving, counted in the foul on Satamian. And Cassell trying for the old-fashioned 3-point play can get us back to even. At 53 all with 1:31 to go. Cassell misses, so 1-point COC advantage, 53-52. Under 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Tighter than the Cougars would like it here. They need another win to stay in the race for first in the Western States South. Here's Saloom. Townsend was able to get herself out of some trouble for a moment on a trap in the corner. Faiblesse, Satamian 5 to shoot, corner 3, and she knocked it down. Four-point lead, under 60 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Taylor with the ball. Cougars strip it away. Outlet to Townsend, excuse me. She'll walk it back a little bit, drops it. Tolentino breaks the timeline, and a foul called on Antelope Valley as they have some fouls to give and can stop the clock. Next one will put the Cougars at the line. Foul went against Miracle Jackson. It was away from the basketball, I believe. Looks like Ignacio going to check back in to take over for Courtney Hart. The Cougars can work this one inside of 20 seconds with a 4-point lead, although a bucket would make things even tougher for Antelope Valley. Another foul, this time on Alyssa Taylor, and that officially puts the Cougars in the bonus with 39.2, and Monique Faiblesse, who's 1 for 2 from the line, going back to the line for the second time today. Faiblesse makes the first. Second is good. Stretches the lead to 6. Marauders need to get busy in a 6-point ball game. They miss on a 3-pointer from Cassell and an air ball, and the Cougars will get it back. Shot clock is off, so Antelope Valley gonna need to foul immediately on the inbound play. They'll pressure the ball on the inbound with Ignacio. It's Saloom to bring it in. Got it to Faiblesse. Cassell bumps right into her, and Faiblesse, who just made 2 big foul shots, can go back down the floor and make a couple of more. So Faiblesse with 14. Satamian 15 leading the way for COC. Tolentino with 11. Saloon with 8 and 16. On the other side, Cassell 14, Ignacio 10, Hart 10. And Hart 10 and 10 in the ball game. Lopez with 8. 10 rebounds herself. Saloon misses the first, so it keeps it interesting. Make the second, and it's a 3-possession game with 27 seconds to go. Second is good. 59-52, 7-point lead. Marauders will roll it in. Cougars need to pressure the ball to make it pick it up. They do. No fouls here for your COC, although you have one to give. The clock in motion helps you out. Ignacio, a deep three, no good. Good box out by Townsend. And then a hard intentional foul by Bailey Cassell. So Townsend going to go to the line for a pair, and the Cougars will get the ball back. Really good box out that time from April Townsend to get the ball back. She just boxes out Kristen Lopez. It's interesting, it's an intentional foul, so it's technical foul shots, and that puts Faiblesse at the line? Or did they call a tech late? Faiblesse misses the first. Second is good, largest lead of the day at 8. So no, it was just, I think, because of the intentional foul, the Cougars can choose who to shoot it. They chose Faiblesse to take it. An 8-point lead, 17.7. The Cougars will bring it back in play. Should be back court violation. And now a technical foul on Antelope Valley. Should have been a back court. Antelope Valley had a good argument on that one. Faiblesse caught it in the front court, stepped into the back court. And the assistant coach for the Marauders up off the bench. So Townsend, will go to line. It was Carrie Miller up off the bench. She was hot. Should have been a back court violation and got the technical foul call. Townsend makes the first. Second for Townsend is good as well. 62-52, 10-point lead for COC. Cougars will bring it back into play with 14 seconds to go. Tolentino bounces that one into the backcourt, so that's a clean play. Satamian will send it to Townsend. Townsend trying to dribble out of trouble. Antelope Valley trying to foul in a 10-point game. There's a timeout. And I believe actually what's happened is fan has been ejected from the ball game, and that's what stopped everything. Just trying to figure out what the stoppage was, but it was a fan ejection. Townsend misses the first. It was 6.3 in a 10-point game. The Cougars going to back everybody off from rebounds. Here, if she misses the second, the clock will go to work. Townsend rattles the second one in and out, but she finishes off with a pretty nice night for April. 7 points in good minutes. Is that one going to score? So it'll make it an 8-point win for COC. 62-54, the Cougars come away with a late fourth quarter charge to come away victorious. They move to 10-2 on conference play. Antelope Valley falls now to 6-5 in conference play. For the Cougars, credit them with their 3rd win in a row, their 16th win of the season, so a good year for John Wismath so far. They'll play one final home game on Saturday night against West LA, part of a doubleheader starting at 3 o'clock. We hope to see you there. Hope to see you for softball tomorrow, but first we got men's basketball coming up next. Antelope Valley, COC. Hopefully it should be a good one on the men's side as well.